Greetings. Good morning. If it's morning, wherever you are on the globe. Greetings. Happy Sunday. Happy soulful, sweet, serene Sunday. Wherever you're on the globe, August 14th, 2022. If you are logging in live here on TikTok Live at the one and only, the raw, the rare, the real, the tried and true, Bloom from within love. I go by Bloom. Okay? Hope y'all doing wonderful and well. If you're coming in on the good shit, wherever you are, I crack myself up, man. I laugh at myself because, like, when I hear it, I'm like, man, I'm something else. But anywho, if you're coming in on Love and Light Happy Vibes, hello, whoever actually said hello coming in. Greetings, greetings, welcome. And thank you for joining. And so in the title, you guys see, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. And actually, what, kind of inspired me to come on and want to talk about something here is as I was going about my morning, I saw something on YouTube very briefly that it basically resonates with me in a way. Okay. And I feel like there's explanations needed to clear up any confusions, especially for people that are early in ascension or early in their healing process or new to this whole thing called spiritual awakening or new to even the world of tarot, okay? Tarot readings, oracle readings, and things of that nature, okay? So the person is actually a reader that I adore. So I'm not going to share their information because we're not personally connected and I'm not sure if they would want that or not. So, but I will say it's a reader that I admire, that I do. They're badass, man. I tilt my hat off to many readers that I can pick up their energy and I'm like, shit, woe unto those who fuck, to fuck with that one. Because I can sense the genuine energy or the authenticity, and I can also sense their ranks, like they've gone through some things or some otherworldly energy there, and so much respect. This particular reader, she mentioned something about um, people blocking their healing with these readings, telling people that someone wants to apologize or someone, hey, I can barely see you guys. I'm kind of far away from the screen, so I'm sorry. It's not a reading. If you guys are coming in for readings, I do apologize. But thank you for joining. I'm going to try to squint my eyes to see what you all are saying. Somebody says, damn, what? Wait. I can't. Let me see what the fuck this is so I can go ahead and block the motherfucker for some crazy shit. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, because I can't see. Oh, never mind. It's good. It's good. Okay. Somebody say, no, no. I'm positive. I'm positive. Okay, because I couldn't see. I'm sorry. I couldn't see. Because y'all knows I get the crazies. If you build it, they will come. So I get the crazies constantly. But sorry about that. Somebody said somebody want coffee now. Right? Ew. But but as I was saying, she was talking about how, readers are, some readers, she wasn't naming anybody in particular. She just said, some readers could be hindering people's healing because they're talking about people coming in for apologies, right? Wanting to apologize. And what she said was, she was like, chances are it's slim to none. These people aren't going to apologize because that's the time that we're in. And And then also people waiting for apologies. And I got what she was saying, because I'm like, absolutely. I don't agree or believe in telling anybody, no matter what kind of journey they're on, to put their lives on hold or to wait for someone's so-called apology, even if it's showing up in a reading. So this is why I felt like it's necessary. I should probably talk about it, especially for the younger crowd, because I understand it where I am in the phase and stage of development or my ascension. When I see a card that says, oh, blah, 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 regrets, they want to apologize, I know what it means. I know what it means energetically. But I also understand the totality of that chances are, okay, first and foremost, especially if they were insidious, chances are that's their higher selves coming through. But when it comes to the 3D, there will be no actions. Otherwise, it would have been. I do believe that, okay? I believe in, being open. Is there a slim chance? There's always a chance. I have to add that as a disclaimer in anything on earth. Sure. People can apologize. But then she made a disclaimer too. She said, not the fake apologies. Because she also knows that sometimes people will come in and there will be a fake apology, just to a very shallow, a very surface, a very fake apology, just to have you to entertain them again. Okay, just to be in your energy again, just to do recon for some karmic lunatic. Okay, so we have to be mindful of that. And so again, for those of you who are coming in, I'm sorry, this is not a reading right now. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit, talk about these readings that we get, whether you're getting them from me or anywhere else, in terms of healing. Because something that I've learned on this ascension journey is anytime it's weird, it's science even, it's very intriguing, okay? Because when you put yourself on hold, you are, energetically speaking, you're creating a stagnation. Even if that, you could be saying in your mind, that's not what you're intending to do. But if you put yourself on hold in a way, or wait, okay? I'm not talking about where it's like the universe and, you're doing everything and so certain things haven't unfolded. I'm talking about as it pertains to connections, relationships, things healing, or people making things right, or people making amends. You never wait for that. I need to make that clear. I could come out in a reading 1,000 times over. That could be a couple of things. It could be the 5D, their higher self, but it also can be manipulation. If you're dealing with dark witches and warlocks, distorted spiritualists, narcissists, manipulators, as I've already told you guys what they were doing with my energy, to do that whole prankster Loki shit. So that should tell you that it goes even beyond that. Okay, and then they watch you, they try to feel you out to see what's working, or if they could come in and this and that. So my resonance and guidance is, I don't care if we see 12 cards coming out talking about motherfucker, wanting and this and that. Wanting to and doing, totally different. Okay? People that are not healing and awakening, they live their lives in stagnation. Do you guys understand that? Something that I had to figure out as well. This is a part of what's frustrating to them in their whole lives. It's a part of why they result to certain things they result to. Why they do the things they do. Their lives are in a constant state of, I call it perpetual Groundhog's Day. And it's in a perpetual Groundhog's Day because they keep doing the same shit. Okay? Trying to avoid healing and growing up, trying to avoid facing karma, trying to avoid anything that requires them to be something other than what they've been. So they live in stagnation. If you allow, then they will stagnate you out too. Because a lot of these people like to do what I call the layaway plan. Come on, Father. That's my little joke, my inside joke. Okay. I call it the layaway plan. I don't know if y'all familiar with that. Old schoolers are. I don't know if the youngsters nowadays, know about the layaway plan. But back in the day, when you came from meager means and families, that didn't have much, it was the layaway plan, bitch. You would go and, pick all your items, and then you have to put a certain amount down, and then they package it, and then they go put it on the shelf in the back or in the stock room, and then, the goods just sit over there and waiting for you to come back or to monthly pay on it or to come back to pay all of it so you can take it off of the shelf. But meanwhile, it's on layaway that nobody else can buy it. Okay? At least not that one. They may be able to get a similar one, but that particular, item per se that you've selected cannot be purchased, looked at, and or touched, okay, by anyone else, because there's been a down payment. There's been a down payment. It's just, bitch. Unless, if you don't pay within a certain amount of days, though, bitch, 3 months, then, you're going to lose it. So, you guys, collective, I do not recommend that you allow yourself to be put on a layaway plan. I do not recommend that you stagnate your life. Whether it doesn't have to be romantic love. This can be anything. I'm talking about anyone that owes you an amends. Okay? Chances are they are severely malignant to begin with. So do not bank on that. Except let karma play out, because karma's still going to play out, especially if you call it, especially if you move on. Call it, expose it, and then move on. Call it, no excuses. Call it. That's a part of it as well. When, the blocking of healing, you got to call shit for what it is. Okay? Once things have been exposed, once things have been revealed, no matter what, it's like calling it, exposing it, accepting it, live life, moving on. This also helps to perpetuate their bad karma. This is a part of why malignant types, malignant narcissists, or toxic individuals, another one of their strategies. Okay? Ooh, let's try to this and that and this and that. So you have to catch up to that. So I just want to say that I don't believe in telling people whatever comes out of a reading, it comes out. There are some people that want to apologize but won't. There are some people that the 5D will come through, and that's really what's kind of happening, and that 5D is trying to get the person to do it. Okay, and I believe in sharing that information. But since a lot of you are newer, I do want to help in that. Please don't stagnate your life. Please don't wear rose-colored glasses about these people. Okay? Whether this is your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your nieces, your nephews, your aunties, your uncles, your cousins, your bosses, your exes, your co-workers, your ex-roommate, bitch, my father you went to church with, bitch. I don't care who any and everyone that did some heinous shit to you, and you are aware. Please do not wear rose-colored glasses pertaining to them, and please do not hold your breath. Now, you can take ownership and leadership. You can give them an opportunity to say what they need to say, to voice their truths. But let their action or non-action be clear or indicative to you that they are not interested in healing. If they for an example, if their response is still more head games and you talk to them and they still playing like they cuckoo, they're still playing like they ain't understanding, that they not understand that no word that come out in your mind. They still, you know what I'm saying, in that kind of energy, let that be indicative to you that, okay, yeah, they're fuckery. Okay? Even if it came out in a reading, because it's still a choice. Everything is a choice. Readings gauge energy. It's non-biased. So there's a difference between guidance per se in terms of what's advised versus what is actually showing up, because what's showing up is going to be a form of energy that is present in a situation, period. Whether it's distorted or not, whether it's half truth or not, because see, that's exactly what it is. It is an energetic tool, energetic gauge of masculine and feminine energies, all of the various different elements and zodiacs, and all of the various different courts, depending on whatever is happening. But that's all it is. It doesn't necessarily mean. Now, when we pay closer attention, if we dig deeper as we're listening to readings, you know, we'll hear storylines, we'll hear some of the things that actually played out. But when it comes to actual, okay, so what's advised? What's the higher guidance pertaining to a particular story? That's different. Those are the things that's the make or break for you in terms of, okay, so what do you do with the information that has come out in a particular reading? This is my particular resonance. So again, I don't have no qualms with nobody in their own personal ways and views and going about things, but I feel like I should just bring the clarity to at least to those that follow me, understanding that if you pay close enough attention to me, you'll know that I don't believe in rose-colored glasses for nothing. I do understand foul play. I know when there's been dark magic. I understand the complexities of things. I'm also equally aware of that, okay? But at the end of the day, things still do come down to choice. Okay? Yep, choice. For an example, a whole lot of black magic has been done on me, just like it's been done on divine masculine, if not more. But I also made a choice to awaken and heal and disconnect myself even long before I had all of the facts, long before everything was totally verified for me. Okay? I made changes. And as I made changes, then my guide stepped in to bring facts. Then clarifications came to me. Then proofs came to me. Then it was almost only after I decided to follow my higher guidance and intuition about foul play and shady behavior of friends and family and exes and church motherfuckers and motherfuckers, Vegas, motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Once I made the decision that I was going to accept that there was something off in foul play and remove my life, choice, there we go, choice, remove my life, stop dealing with the motherfuckers without needing to have it all, you know, I began to heal and then more truths were revealed. I began to heal and then more proofs were revealed. Okay? And I started taking the actions. I didn't stagnate out. I started taking action. So in other words, I would call this one, I would reach out to that one, because each time that I did that, I was taking ownership and leadership. Each time I did it, I was enacting my power. Each time I did it, I was also giving individuals their opportunities. So it was providing for me a gauge every time. A thermometer, if you will, or a thermostat, if you will, to feel out the real, okay? Because again, a part of healing is acceptance. If people want to make things right with you, they will. If people are sorry, truly, remorseful for their behaviors, they will. And if they're, because some of them are cowards. Now I'm just gonna call it, sorry, cowards, scaredy. They're scared. But when you make it easy for them, say, all right, they're scared. Here you go. It's intimidating. I know that that's intimidating, but that gives individual, that's your thermometer collective to know. Fuck just because it said in a reading, bitch. Okay, yeah, the energy is there. Their subconscious is at play. Their higher selves is at play. All those energies come in on top of, if you're dealing with some really dizzy, distorted fucks, trying to manipulate, because it's in their energy. Remember, we pick up what? Energy, even distorted energy. Hear what I'm saying? This has really helped me a whole lot on my path, a whole lot. Readings are an energy gauge. That's it. So guess what? If they crazy, ooh, shit. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here it is right here. Boom. Here it is. If they crazy, you're going to pick up, a reader is going to pick up they're crazy. Yes. In other words, one day, 1 week, they're feeling this way. Another day, another week, they're feeling that way. You know what I'm saying? They're distorted energy. And if they're in your energy, you see what I'm saying? And it's a reading pertaining to you, boom. So please, if you guys are bright, beautiful souls and you're healing, please just keep healing, acceptance. Okay, do not hold your breath. Do not see folks in rose-colored glasses. If you know you're dealing with narcs, I say this all the time, narcs are the types, they rarely ever heal. Okay, just accept that. If you don't want, if you feel like you need to do some research on it, then please do your due diligence. Okay, so that you will feel a little bit more comfortable with that reality. But dig into that the way you feel like you need to support you in letting go. Okay. They do not heal. They self-destruct. This is what most of them do. If you look in history and study this shit and talk to any clinicians and psychologists or psychotherapists in the fields, they will tell you that. Because they can't handle shattering the illusions in which they've created about themselves. No matter how much they're being exposed and put on blast, no matter how much shit all around them is crumbling, they will fucking sell their soul, their ass, their grandkid, their fucking, a mother, father. They will sell, you know what I'm saying, anyone out in the name of trying to keep up an illusion and their delusions before facing truths and the music. Okay? They can be in pain. They can be miserable as fuck, but they're used to being miserable as fuck. This is why they project it out. This is why they have scapegoats. This is why. Because they're not healing. They prefer not to. Their soul could be crying out, but most of these people have disconnected by their choice and opted out of dealing with any of that. They prefer these 3D illusion pretend versions of healing, pretend versions of spirituality, pretend versions that make them look a certain way so they can be looked upon as a certain way. But when it comes to actual change, soul, from the inside out, growth, healing, maturity, development, transformation, they don't have the capacity to do that. If you guys want to equate it to alcoholic anonymous groups, bringing it into the more 3D, bringing it into more people with addictive personality types, whether it's drugs and alcohol, money, gambling, things, it's still an addiction. But people who are successful with these programs, truly successful, not, they got it shit because they went through the classes, truly successful, okay, with the actual processes that these groups teach about, then they embrace raw candor and vulnerability and exposure, even in their uncomfortableness. They embrace that as a part of their journey. That in order for them to heal and grow and develop and move on in life, that it's vitally important for them to clear the airs and make amends. So even if you were to use it in a sense of bringing it more 3D based, getting all the foo-foo-y energy off from around it, even from a scientific standpoint, it's the same. People who did, fucked up shit, realizing that in their addictions that they were a crummy motherfucker. That in their addictions they did some heinous shit to people. That in their addictions they caused some type of harm to their children, their grandchildren, their mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, lovers, whomever. As they're sobering up, if you will. Sobering up. They go through these processes of feeling things they never allowed themselves to feel because they were too eyeballs deep in their addictions. Okay? Because of the way these programs are structured and those that actually follow it, they can't distract out. They can't go fuck their way out of their emotions. They're not allowed to get into one relationship after the next. They are not allowed for a period of time, I think it's like 6 months to a year, that they're advised to try not to entangle their lives in anything complicated. They're guided to take steps, like go it alone for a while, invest in an animal, invest in a plant, get a part of the group or something if it helps to, support. But they're advised to do that, so it's like a form of detox of all the codependencies that they have had on dealing with their traumas and pain. The codependencies that they've had to not face the demons, if you will. To not face the realities of the wake of what they have caused their lives or other people's lives. Because it's all a strategy. It's all subconscious. It's all a way to avoid real healing. Okay? Shopping. Just going shopping, buying, money. All forms of it. Surgeries. If I manage to get myself to look, I'm going to be better. Nope, you're not going to be better until you deal with your soul. Nope. But all of it is a strategy. I'm going to drink till I pass out. And you're going to wake up and still have your same problems. Stealing. Right? All these adrenaline junkies and shit. It's a thing. I'm telling y'all, it's a thing. Okay? So when people truly embrace wanting to heal, all of that is moved out the way. And then they're guided to reach out to make all these lists of people they did wrong and do this and that and, to go through the process of forgiving themselves and then attempts to write letters or reach out to the motherfuckers if they're not dead, and if it's a situation where that's feasible to do, and all of that as a part of their healing. So whether you guys are dealing with drug addicts, drug and alcoholics, sex addicts, gambling addicts, party addicts, whatever you want to call it, okay? Whether or not that's the case, but if you're dealing with just toxic people that has a pattern of being toxic and has a pattern of being abusive and has a pattern of not owning their behavior and conduct towards other individuals, okay? If you know that's the case, do not hold your breath. accept, call judgment. And if they happen to, see, here's where it gets beautiful, okay? If they happen to someday, somewhere down the road, it's still up to you to decide whether or not you want to forgive a person. That's your call, okay? But this should be something that is as you are living and as you are going on. Calling judgment on any foul play. Do not allow anyone return. I shouldn't say do not, because it's your life. I'll say it this way. I want to rephrase it. It serves you. It serves you well to not allow anyone, and I mean anyone, who has wronged you in a very malicious way, an insidious way, to come back into your life without full disclosure and sincere remorse. That is the deal breaker. And it's because that their lack of remorse and full disclosure should be your sign. Okay? That they are not awakening, they're not healing, they're not changing, they're not transforming, they're not taking full ownership of their conduct. Hence, chances are they're back on some dumb shit that they're gonna wish the fuck. They back on dumb shit number 3 that's supposed to whoop their ass across the sky. Okay? People that's hell-bent on trying to pretend to come back in order to get some kind of revenge. Call judgment, especially for those type. Extra judgment. Like you were dumb the first time. Dumb. Now you really finna find out, bitch. You know, because that's what narcissism is. And see, people have to find this out for themselves the painful way. I've had to find it out the painful way. They have to find it out that these motherfuckers they should get Academy Awards for greatest actors and actresses of all time. Because they are pathological. That was my family, amongst others. Okay, but coming in acting like they, want to help or want to support, this is what an enemy will do to get you trapped, so they can execute their vengeance, right? So this is why I say one way you can kind of sift through that possibility is there's going to be some markers that marks a sincere person versus a game player. A narc almost 100% of the time cannot, they can fake, but there are certain things that they just can't quite do. So I'm giving the playbook here. They can't. I don't know if it's because they brain, the way the brain, because their brains look different under MRI, frills. Do your research. Really. Their actual brains. Like it's an actual thing. Their brains are different. They don't have, I'm serious, y'all. This is a trip. This is why they're able to do such insidious things too. It's why. They lack introspection. They can't. It's weird. It's fucking weird. They do know how to act though. They have learned how to put on acts and shows and they are professionals at chameleon. They're professionals at mimicking others, okay? They are professionals at studying and trying to mimic anything from somebody's hand movements to their voice, to their choice of words, to their likes and dislikes, to their activities and hobbies. Well, whatever it takes, just depends on who they are, where they're at, and what they're trying to attain. Okay. So do not, okay, I have to say it. I'm going to try to get this video up because I'm so behind. I'm going to try to get this video up on the YouTube because I feel like this is important, especially since I saw that other reader. I'm like, I can only imagine a lot of people wondering, it's like, are they healing? Are they stagnating their life? You know, when they listen to readers, especially with this twin flame stuff, and it is a very unique dynamic, but twins aren't to do, they're not guided to stagnate their lives ever. You can violate, there is a point of no return. You know, higher realms, otherworldly energy do step in depending on what violations have taken place. So there's a lot at play. And whoever in twin flame journeys, whoever's embracing their true healing and transformation, okay, is never guided ever to stagnate their life. That's never the guidance. It's more about development. We are guided at some seasons of our lives to focus more on the path. In other words, like, who are you? You came here to heal and transform. What's your soul's journey and purpose and things of that nature, you know, but has nothing to do with stagnating out, okay? Because you have in history, many twins don't always make it. I told you guys this a couple years ago. They don't always make it, okay? Because it's volatile. The awakening is volatile. That's why I say it ain't for no weak motherfuckers. It ain't for no weak back motherfuckers. Okay? It's volatile because it's a disruption of the program, of what you're used to, what you're comfortable with, what you're familiar with, what you come here with. You know, the survivalist template that we are all brought here with. Not everybody can handle it, or not everybody wants to. So it's the Samson saga. You know what I'm saying? I use these analogies to help you all kind of parallel it. It's like, yeah, you do have some situations where it's like a Samson situation. Okay? Overtaken by his lust. Even though his soul and everything in him knew some shit was off about the whole. And I'm like, and you know, and about this whole, the whole world that he was so enamored with. He was enamored with the devil. He was enamored with earth. The lust of the flesh and the lust of eye and the pride of life, bitch. He was enamored with, that's his demise. His. You hear me? Yep. As great and powerful and handsome as he was, to his demise. And this happens, whether it's men or women, to a lot of journeys that are on these twin flame higher soul contracts that violate or forfeit for whatever reason. Okay, due to lack of healing, ascension, whatever, okay, whatever the reason, they self-destruct. It's fascinating, you guys. Do your research. They self-destruct just like karmas. Samson, self-destruct. He gave his energy and power to the enemy of his soul, to a group, to a community, to a society full of lust. The lust of the flesh, the lust of the eye, the pride of life, earth, money, stuff, things, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And he lost everything. Slogan. See, we read it, right, in retrospect, but we have to think about how the shit probably actually played out in slow motion. Okay? Slow motion. It was a slow game. He slowly lost his power. Bitch, one day, wake up, oh, motherfucker. I ain't got no power, bitch. Oh. Messed around. Play with the hole too long, bitch. You see, his, it's unfortunate. At the very, very end, I feel like this happens to a lot of twins. I honestly do. For some, that at the very end of their life, like literally, the end, like fencing to be up out of here, bitch, kind of energy. At the very end of their lives, it's like that's when their eyes open. And then it's like a pissed energy comes over them, just like Samson. He knew he was done for at that point. It was done. They done sucked him dry. No pun intended. He was weak. He was pissed. I can only imagine. He was pissed. Oh, he was pissed. End of his life, man. He was weak. He had become weakened and stripped down from dealing with the wars of Babylon. Philistine. and her root and her motherfuckers and shit. So then in his anger and at his last hour, he figures, I'm dying. They've destroyed me. They've destroyed everything. I've chosen to be here. I was caught up. I'm dying. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm dying. I'm dying. It's the end. It's too late. I'm killing all these hoes. They all coming out with me tonight. We fencing them. And I think some twins, I honestly think they do that at the end. They realize what has really fucked up their world, who was behind it. They realize, because it's like getting the scales removed off of your eyes and then seeing everything one moment too late. When you finish your foot and you got 1 foot in, you finna die. 30 years and went by, bitch, or however much time, right? Then they muster up every bit of power and strength they can on their way out to destroy the enemy, to destroy what was a part of keeping that fucked up their lives. But collective, don't let that be you, and don't you stagnate out for that. Those are these people's lessons. That's Samson's lesson. He went down. Maybe his soul grabs the lesson in the afterlife or some shit. Who knows? But that's their lesson of about being too attached and then, stargazed and enamored by this shit. Being too attached to the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eye, and the pride of life. That it can cost you. Just like it did him, his strength. It cost him his fucking strength. It cost him his superpower. For one to play with the horrors of Babylon. Samson. And you can switch roles, because this is not gender bias. I believe this happens across the board. Every time we refuse our own healing and awakening. Okay? So don't take that personal. Whatever our Achilles heel is, that's the name of the game. It's used as a source to possibly try to stop you from waking the fuck up. And it will give you a 3D illusion version of it to keep you there. We're awakening. No, you're not. Keep your ass trapped so they can still suck on that energy, bitch. That energy harvesting, bitch. You heard me? Yeah. Okay, we awakening. Let's go to the Reiki Center. No, you're not. You're still a karmic. But it's up to us to smell. You have to smell the depravity for yourselves, you guys, okay? Anyway, I digress. I'm just chatting with you all. This is nothing official, but I did want to help. I'm going to try to get this video up because I'm not advising nobody. I want to make that plain. Let's set the record straight. As a reader, as a channeler, as a Reiki master, as a human, as a motherfucker who survived narcissistic abuse, I am not telling nobody to stagnate their lives or wait for degenerate souls to apologize. I'm actually advising you all to move on and heal and use wisdom, even for the far few in between motherfuckers that actually do get the balls and the cojones to face you. To sniff them. Okay? See how they're coming at you? First and foremost, if they ain't coming straight shooter, then that is your indication already. That should answer your question straight away. Okay? Just straight away. They coming on or to the left. You hear me? In other words, still denying what they've done. Still denying their role in something. If that's them, cut their whole asses off. Heal. Call judgment on people who are still trying to play with your mind. I'm actually asking my guys to execute the extreme judgment to full extent of judicial law allowed. For any and all people that I know and that I don't know. From practitioners, church folks, motherfuckers I went to school with, motherfuckers I was in groups with, motherfuckers I've dated, okay, family members, okay, all motherfuckers, co-workers, bitch, ex-co-workers, motherfuckers. Like, I'm asking, I'm not playing. I'm asking them to, yes, because they need to move the fuck on in life. I'm calling judgment on all motherfuckers that's up to fuckery pertaining to me. Pertaining to my son. Pertaining to who I am and what I do and create, bloom within love. Any and everybody. The thieving hoes, the con artist bitches, the doppelgangers, the copycat or wannabe motherfuckers, divine masculine, slew of hoes, the other divine masculines. Karmic families, haters, naysayers, spiritual, religious narcissists, competitors in the field, motherfucker. I mean business. Because the collective, it comes down to this. Life is choice. And every last one of us have a right to choose or not choose, to live life, move on, do whatever, be whatever, choose whatever. But what I will order judgment on is motherfuckers fucking with me. In any way. Whether this is energetically, in other words, violating my energetic boundaries. Violating my son's energetic boundaries. Violating Bloomful Within Love's energetic boundaries. Whether it's fraud, forging my name, forging my son's name, using our personal information, okay, impersonating, creating fake profiles and platforms with my information, posing as me, stealing my creative intellectual property, rituals, okay, withholding what belongs to me. I'm ordering judgment until they croak. Motherfuckers who's dumb enough to try to stalk me or a bounty hunt, them mindless fucks. Them and their people, any and everybody that is dumb enough to still fuck with me in any way. That's where my energy comes in and go, we're not doing that. That's what we're not going to do. Okay? You can choose to go and do and be with Sally Sue Slut over here, over there, and everywhere if you want, but this is what we're not going to do. You don't have to like or agree with me and who I am and what I do and believe, but this is what we're not going to do. This is what you're going to pay for. Anybody dumb enough to be a part of that type of stuff, them as well. I mean it. Because either, I'm telling my team, either justice prevails willingly, easy way or the hard way, but it will prevail. Because surely as these folks have a right to their lives, you guys, and their paths, as do I. As these individuals have a right to their lives and paths unhindered, uninterrupted, and untainted by busy souls and fucks, as do I. As do my son. So for every injustice, every tying up of my goods, all the attacks on my son's body, all the attacks on mine, I'm rerouting it and I'm asking for amplified judgment. That's what we're not going to do. Listen, yeah, I'm that motherfucker. I can almost sense some people out there gonna be going, dang. Listen, motherfuckers can have whoever the fuck they want, y'all. Please take on that attitude for yourself too. Don't be thirsty like these thirsty karmics. Don't do that. That's their role. That's their role. That is who they are. Okay? That's them. Willing to result to anything to get a motherfucker. That's their energy. Don't be that. We better than that. But don't play either. Because see, that's where I'm at. Motherfuckers can have who the fuck they want, whether it's divine DM 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12. Okay? Whoever the motherfuckers is. Past motherfuckers that I've been with, divine masculine, one bitch, whoever. Listen. I'm not the one you got to worry about. Because I'm not going to fight with nobody behind that nigga. You hear me? Divine feminines don't do that. We're above it. But what we will do is handle you, though, if you fuck with us. You understand? So in other words, you can have the man or the woman because love is a choice. If someone is choosing to be with you, then so let it be. But fucking with me is what you're going to cry about. Fucking with my son, fucking with my work and what I do here and my life, out of your insecurity because, you know, divine, masculine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12, whoever looks at me in awe. So you want to try to fuck with that? That's what you're going to cry for. That's what you're going to pay for. Coming against my social medias, all these things. Yes, that's where I'm coming in at. That's what you're going to pay for. Projecting your shit onto me, yeah, that's what you're going to pay for. The fuckery pertaining to me, My son, who I am, what I do, that is certainly what you're going to pay for. And I'm talking about motherfuckers I worked with, bitch. I'm talking about all of them. I hear it good. And collective. That should be you. Your stance is your stance against motherfuckers fucking with you, violating you, not behind no damn motherfucker. Whether this is family members, bitch, friends, whoever. It's the audacity of thinking that they can get away with fucking with you and go unscathed. Trying to set you up, all sorts of shits. I'm ordering it, bitch. I'm ordering it. Till the wheels fall off my fucker. Mean it, I mean it. Goddamn. And this they gonna see this shit, bitch. You heard? Okay? So, and you know why? It's defense. It's your right to be here. It's your right to your life. Because half of the shit that's going to happen to these people wouldn't have had to happen if they would have left you the fuck alone. They could have went dilly-dallying and galloping in the sunset with whoever the hoe and motherfuckers and whoever the fuck they wanted if they would have left you the fuck alone. Your energy, your creations, your business, your social media, your children, your life. If they would have left you the fuck alone, the shit that's happening to them and will be happening as this year come to a close wouldn't have had to. People insisted on word cursing you and doing rituals and prayers. The hell that's about to be unleashed to them wouldn't have had to happen if they would have shut the fuck up and left you the fuck alone and minded their goddamn business a long time ago. People that's cowardly and want to play in your energy and act like they're not doing it. The hell that they're going to go through, that they are going through, is their own doing. They should have had integrity. They should have went somewhere and healed and tapped into their own creative endeavors instead of stealing someone else's. They should have found out who the fuck they are and their own energy signature instead of trying to cloak and mimic someone else. They should have went somewhere and held and dealt with the holes of their own damn soul and their wounds. So they wouldn't have to resort to black magic and stalking and bullying other people with Chanel boots on. So whatever is going to unfold is their own doing. So collective, when it hits the fan, and it is, and it will, all the way through the rest of this year, don't you blink. Don't you shed a tear. Because, honey, they didn't blink and shed a tear on you when they was doing all the fucked up shit that they do. Take off the rose-colored glasses. Do not stagnate your life. If people want to do right by you, they will. When you all hear me do these readings and you hear me say something about somebody sorry and they want to apologize, it's true. But some of them are too cowardly to do it. Narcs, dark witches, dark warlocks, they're warped, they're gone. So don't you do that. And if these people happen to pop up in your reality, you use your testers and your fillers out there, and then don't play with it no further. The moment you smell the fuckery, give them a fair shot if you feel guided to. You can hear people out if you feel guided to. And truly listen if you feel guided to. But the moment you smell the depravity. The moment you smell that shit. And most of these people know it, by the way. So it'll show up in readings, but most of these people know that they're full of shit, or that you're gonna smell their depravity. So it's like it's a fight within themselves, because they know that you're gonna smell it. They know that you're gonna probably tear them a new one if they come to the left. So they're just like, okay, I can't, because I can't be honest, I can't be straight, I can't be real. And if I come in that way towards this person, my hair is going to light on fire when I'm talking to her. Through the phone, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So take it as a sign, okay, that these people know you that motherfucker too. They can't face you. Because that's the case. Some of them know you that motherfucker. They're like, man, shit, this motherfucker, she ain't who the motherfucker used to be, bitch. We ain't finna come in there saying shit, bitch. She finna she'll tear us a new one, boy. It's gonna tear this wig off, bitch, on the phone. By the time this conversation over, the wig is gonna be to the left, bitch. Oh. Because motherfuckers ain't playing. You heard me? You heard me? All right, guys. I have fun talking with y'all and chatting. All right, and I hope this certainly helped and served. Those of you who come in, I'm sorry it's not a reading. It's not a Q&A, but thank you for coming in and joining. I will be doing readings today. I'm going to try to upload this, though, because I want y'all to be able to go back and look at it. And hopefully for anybody out there, it's like, look, heal. Don't stagnate your life. Don't wait for apologies. Don't stagnate your life. Don't wait for people to make amends. Okay? No matter who they are. You're to be healing and living. Okay? Deal with your subconscious. Deal with whatever's in there. It's natural to want closure, but a lot of that is the programmings, it's the traumas, and all of that. So I really advise you all to start kind of seeing ways you can work on the subconscious and working with the inner child, so that your life is not contingent upon motherfuckers making things right with you. Okay? If you've dealt with toxic motherfuckers, they don't make things right because they ain't right. Do you understand that? They don't make things right because they ain't right. And most of them don't want to get right. Okay? All right, you guys. Give them hell.